Hey everyone, this is Steve here from Inverted Axis, and today I'm bringing you a video for the Escapists. In my recent review for this game, I made several comments on how each prison has multiple paths to freedom, so I wanted to put together a short video to show you exactly what I was talking about. Now these methods are going to require some setup, which I've done prior to showing you any of my escapes. There are a few things you want to do in any prison though that are going to help you with your escape, so I'm going to go over those briefly before getting into the three methods I've chosen to highlight. First thing, you want to make sure you're hitting the gym to get your strength up. You always want to be around at least 60 strength in case you're ever attacked by a guard or an inmate. You're actually going to see how having my strength up is going to come in handy during one of my escape methods when I get ambushed by a guard and almost beat down. Second thing, you're going to want to make sure you're raising your intelligence, because the higher this stat is, the more items you'll be able to craft. In this first prison, you can raise your intelligence by visiting the computer center. Some prison it's a library, some it's computer center, others you'll be playing board games. You'll always want to get this up though, at least to 70, 80, or 90. Each visit to the computers here is going to raise your stat by 1, so definitely get that up as early as possible. Okay, last thing here, in 2 of the 3 escape methods I detail, you're going to want to have a guard uniform. This is very easy to get in this first prison because your default job is the laundry room. So basically you grab a dirty guard uniform from that left-hand bin, put it in the washing machine. Once it completes, you don't have to put it in the clean laundry, you can just keep it in your inventory. The other option is to beat up a guard, but that takes a lot more effort than just stealing one from the laundry room. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the 3 escape methods that I've put together for you. Okay, so this is a method that you could probably pull off on your first day. The hardest part here is going to be getting your strength up to 80 and your intelligence up to 70. The reason you're going to want these so high, your intelligence needs to be 70 because we're going to be crafting a weapon here called nunchucks. These nunchucks are going to allow us to take out guards in one hit. They're very strong in this prison because the guards themselves aren't very strong. You can see my intelligence here wasn't as high as I needed it to be, so I'm using those computers to raise it up a little bit. Once it gets up to the appropriate amount, I will start crafting those items. From there, there's really not much else to do other than start attacking guards. Now the reason you're going to want your strength in the 80s is if you have 80 strength, that gives you 40 HP, allowing you to take a few more hits from the guards. Once we have our nunchucks, once we have our strength in the 80s, it's time to go beat up some guards. So the easiest way to do this is to just find a guard, single him out. It's definitely a lot easier that way. With the nunchucks, he goes down in one hit. Very simple. You'll actually see I picked a pretty bad time here to start attacking guards. There's 5 guards in the prison, 4 of them in the showers right now. What this means is they're all going to come out in a group. When you assault 2 guards, it's going to trigger a lockdown. This results in all guards that are left chasing you around the prison. So I start throwing in some risky moves here to knock them out. It's actually successful. The main gates open when you trigger the prison takeover. So once we do this, we're able to just walk out the front door to freedom. Pretty easy, like I said, you can do it the first day. Not very difficult escape route here. Okay, next up we have a slightly longer method. Now this isn't as difficult or nearly as risky as the prison takeover method that we just went over, but you will have to put in a little more time to get the required items. So what we're going to need, we'll need 3 files, 2 duct tape, and a guard uniform. I did go over how to get a guard uniform in the intro section, so I hope you paid attention to that. Just do your laundry job, you'll be able to grab a guard uniform there. You'll also need about 60 intelligence to be able to craft the required items for this section. Okay, so once you have everything, go ahead in your inventory. You're going to grab a couple of files and a roll of duct tape. This will allow us to create the first item that we need. Combining those, you're going to get a set of flimsy cutters. Now, it is possible to escape this prison using just the flimsy cutters, but while you're out there cutting a hole in the fence, you're actually going to get shot by snipers. I've done this 3 times. 2 times I was shot, so that's why I decided to craft the next step up on these cutters, and I went with the lightweight version. So grab another file, another roll of duct tape. This will allow us to create better cutters. So what we're going to want to do is combine the cutters with the roll of duct tape and the file. That'll give us lightweight cutters. These cut a little bit faster than the flimsy version and are a little bit better, so we don't have to waste as much time, we won't get shot as much, and hopefully we'll survive a little bit longer. So once you have everything, go ahead and head outside. I actually went a little bit early, so I'm going to jump ahead in the video here. Alright, skipping ahead a little bit, evening roll call is about to end. This is going to trigger a lockdown because I'm not there, which means guards going to be on high alert looking for me. You'll actually see one comes up right here, ambushes me. I didn't see them, I wasn't expecting that, but luckily I was able to beat him up there and knock him out. So I can continue cutting the fence. Once the fence is down, using those lightweight cutters goes very fast. You'll be able to go right through the hole and make your way out of the prison. Definitely have your strength high just in case situations like that happen. Like I said, sometimes there might be snipers, but I got lucky that time. 2 out of 3 times I had snipers shooting me. I only got shot once, so I didn't die, but if I had the guard and that sniper, I definitely would have been done for. But we're going to go ahead and skip on to the next escape method for this prison. Okay, so this last method here actually ends up with the same result as method number 2, where we end up going through a hole in the fence, but this time there's a lot less risk involved. We're not going to have a lockdown, we won't have guards chasing after us, and that's because we're going to go up through the air ducts, onto the roof, and then drop down into the prison courtyard. Because this method does provide less risk, it actually takes a lot more time to prepare. So let's get right into it. The first thing you're going to want to do is grab a couple of bed sheets, just take them off of the beds around you. You're going to go ahead and put these up against your cell bars. This will allow you to be hidden from the guards if they walk by, that way they can't see what you're doing. Okay, so we're going to put the desk down right next to the bed here. We're going to grab a screwdriver. Hopefully you're able to get one of those. Absolutely important. If you don't have a screwdriver, go get one. I can't say much more than that. You will need a screwdriver for this. If you don't have one, it's going to take a lot longer using files. You got to take this vent down and then some walls. So take that vent down with the screwdriver, go back into your desk, grab some glue, grab toilet paper. You're going to combine the glue and the toilet paper to result in a paper mache. You want to do this twice. Once you have 2 paper mache, you're going to combine both of those. It's going to give you a fake vent cover. This is what we're going to use to cover that hole, conceal that escape route that we just put in there. And once you're up in this vent, you're actually going to take down this wall using your screwdriver. You can use files too. Screwdriver goes much faster. By the time I'm done with this, I won't have much durability left in my screwdriver. So by the time I get to that second wall on the top left, which is what we want to break down so that we can get to this ladder, by the time I get here, my screwdriver is done, so I will have to come back with a file later before I escape. We're going to go ahead and grab 2 files and a roll of duct tape out of our inventory. We're going to use those to make a pair of flimsy cutters. We need the lightweight cutters in the last escape. We don't need those this time. Flimsy cutters are going to do just fine. We don't have to worry about snipers shooting us. Speed isn't really an issue, so we don't have to worry about upgrading our cutters here. You are going to need some rope, so you can either find a brown rope in the desk, which I wasn't able to find. If you can't, just take 2 bed sheets, combine those, you're going to get a sheet rope. Definitely useful, definitely something that you need to have for this escape to be able to get off the roof once we go through the vents. Once you have your cutters created, you have your guard uniform, you have your sheet rope, all you have to do is wait until nightfall. You want to go to evening roll call, absolutely make sure you attend that roll call. If you don't attend it, it's going to trigger a lockdown. You won't be able to go back to your cell. You'll wake up in the morning in the hospital bed. So definitely make sure you go to that roll call and then go right back to your cell to start on your escape. Okay, so here we are, we're picking up at the end of the evening roll call. Like I said, make sure you go to this, go right back to your cell afterwards. From here, we're going to start our escape, so I'm heading back to my cell. I still have those sheets down. You can make a bed dummy, not really necessary here, so I'm not going to go into it. Just make sure you grab your cutters, make sure you grab your sheet rope, and make sure you grab an extra file. I almost forgot that thing. Thank God I didn't. We're going to go back up through the vent, our fake vent cover. From here, we're going to head back over to that wall that we started chopping down. Maybe you got yours all the way down before. You could have done it while you were just waiting. I just figured I'd wait till my escape started. So go ahead and take out that wall. Luckily, I'm able to get it before my file gives out, or else I'd have to go back down, probably make another fake vent cover, and wait a whole extra day. Make sure you equip that guard uniform. You're going to drop down off the roof using your sheet rope. Drop to the right of this fence. Make sure you're not on the left side. Make sure you're on the right. You're just going to head to this corner. From here, you have nothing to distract you, so you're just going to cut through the fence. By the time you get through this fence, you'll use up your entire flimsy cutters, but you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to bring a second set. You have exactly enough to be able to get through this fence. And then once you're through, that's your last escape. One prison, 3 different ways to escape. You could probably find 2 to 3 more ways to get out if you're crafty about it and looking for them. I'm sure you could shovel your way out, dig under the fence, steal a key from a guard. Definitely multiple options, even if the game does get a little bit repetitive. If you enjoyed the video, definitely make sure to hit the like button. You can check us out on our website over at invertedaccess.com. We do have a Twitch channel where we stream regularly. The channel is Inverted Access as well. Again, my name is Steve, and thanks for watching.